welcome to my sanctuary. I am Estella with Love and Light. I will be sending a message from the universe, and today's question of the day is how to be more confident. You see, I introduced a self-confidence formula that I learned the very first time here on YouTube, if you have watched that, and we're gonna do it again, but this time with this goddess guidance oracle cards. So what you should know about me is that my psychic abilities manifest with visions and sometimes declarations, and these cards are for visual purposes and they are a big help to unlock answers. And please remember that this is a general reading, take in what only really applies or what resonates to you. We have three group of cards here. I already pre-picked and shuffled them a while ago because my hand is really messy when I'm shuffling. Anyway, I want you to look at them, meditate on them, see what really attracts you, which cards are you drawn to. Trust your gut feeling in choosing, because you need to channel the message that was really meant for you. Okay? So before we start, let's ask for a blessing first, to bless this reading. Okay. Divine Love and Light, please help me receive and understand the messages of the cards clearly for the highest good of all. I give thanks and gratitude for your guidance and protection. Okay, so if you're ready, let's start. Okay, so for pile 1, this is gonna be your reading, group 1, who chose the very first group of cards. So there's this formula for self-confidence called ITIA formula by David Lawrence Preston, which was on his book. I think it was entitled 365 Days to Self-Confidence. So these cards will represent intention, thought, imagination, and action. So these are really steps to guide you to self-confidence, and along with these goddess cards, this will really be an interesting reading. So let's see, what is it, your intention, what is your motive, what drives you to aim for self-confidence path. So we got the goddess Yemania. It says golden opportunity. I can tell that you want more opportunity to open up for you. You want to explore your options. You want to go forth to the world. Let's read what it says. It says, important doors are opening for you right now, and you have to walk through them. So yeah. So I think you really want to experience a lot of things, and you see these waves, that you have to wait for them so that you can surf on them, and if the opportunity strikes, you need to really go for it. And if an opportunity passes, another wave will come in, another opportunity, another door will open for you, so you will never have to worry for thinking that you're gonna be left behind. No, you've got these doors, you got the key, you are the key itself. So yeah, that was wonderful. Then we have this one. This will represent your thoughts. Are you having negative thinking or positive thinking, because that is really important to your path for self-confidence. This will affect a lot. So it says past life. The situation involves your past life memories. So what I think is that maybe something is holding you back. Maybe you are really stuck to something that has happened to you in the past. Maybe you aren't letting yourself grow. You're not moving on. And you really need to let go of that so that you can go and catch these waves. I can see that you really need to leave your past behind you, because it is where it should be, behind you in the past. Do not relive it anymore, and see new doors for you. There's gonna be a new adventure for you, new experiences, and do not use or do not benchmark your experiences today and to the future with what happened to your past, because life is so much more different. Life is gonna offer you so much. So I can tell that you have uncertainties and doubts, and you need to remove them as early as possible to catch on, or else you'll drown and you'll stay in here, in this kind of thinking. You're not thinking outside the box. But if you accept these opportunities, you are gonna go so far. The ocean is so big, and that's what it represents. You're in for a really, we got Nametona, so sacred space. So this will represent your imagination. So imagine yourself as a confident person. What do your goals look like? It says create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. I think this is telling you that you need to go somewhere quiet, to spend the time to reflect and see your options, to calculate what it is that you really want, because you can think clearly as of now. I think you're in a chaotic situation, in something that isn't really serving for you, and I can also see that you're gonna have an office in the future, some of you, where you can cultivate really your talent, your skills. Maybe it's face-to-face classes. The school will be back soon. Maybe you want to go to a coffee shop, a library, somewhere that you can let your mind wander, a park also. But yeah, do meditate and maybe visit places that will really relax your mind, so that your imagination can flow. And once you've got that imagination, you have to hold on to it, and think of it daily, as if it's really gonna happen, as if you're expecting it to happen a week or so, a month or so, within the year. And then it's gonna happen, because that's manifestation. Once you think of it very frequently, it's gonna happen to you. You're gonna attract them to your life. So we got the last card. This will represent your action card. So we got the card home. So it says your household situation is improving either through a move or healthy change in the occupants. So these are steps that you can take, and where you should act as if you're already confident. So I can tell that there's a lot of movement in here. You're going somewhere that is great for your career. You're leaving something behind. You're meant to go travel or dedicate a space for your own improvement. And then we've got this word home, where I think you're going to do decorating and stuff in your interiors, maybe in your room, maybe in your office, and small pieces of steps that you need to take. But it's really particular, it's very specific, and there's a lot of movement. You're going from this to this to this, and however, I can tell that it's a slow and steady growth, and the confidence will manifest itself, with the things that you're doing. It will slowly creep in, go along the way, along your growth. I don't really sense a lot of insecurities or self-doubts. Yes, there are, especially with your past life card. However, I think you're very clear with what you want. You're gonna have a clear mindset, and I sense you've got these waters. You see, these are blessings that are gonna flow into your life, and these are flames, right, on the candles. And Vesta is the goddess of flames in the Roman mythology. These are fire cards and these are water cards, and I can tell that these ones are your burning passion for something, keeps on, it lights you up. You've got a purpose now, and it's really a wonderful thing. That's why self-confidence isn't that hard for you to achieve, because you've got this blessings flowing into you, and you've got this passion working for you, and it's such a great situation that you got there. So yeah, let's ask for more a bit. Okay, a little bit of information and then we're done. Yay! Whatever comes out. Okay. Okay, we've got always. What does that mean? It's up to you. So we got M, C, G, Z, S, P, J. So we got a lot of letters. We got a lot of initials. I think it will resonate to a lot. So, and that's a good thing, because this is such a positive reading. So you got the like. You got to keep trying. See? Keep trying. If you miss an opportunity, it's gonna come again to you. Okay, success. So this is confirming that you're really gonna be successful, you guys. These are your 2 success cards, right? These are your opportunity cards. So grow. You're gonna outgrow something. I think you're going from like to love, whatever it is. It's gonna be an improvement. Maybe it's about yourself. You like yourself enough, and then you're gonna love yourself even more. So last night I dreamed my whole house was clean. Oh my god. So it really resonates with these 2 cards, because by cleaning, moving something along your household, you will create a sacred space. And yeah, I think take this advice, keep your house clean, do something about your home. It will improve your situation very well. So you got the word explore. See, I told you you're gonna explore your opportunities. So yeah, you've got a wonderful reading, group 1, and make sure to subscribe and watch out for more. See ya, bye! Now it's time for group 2's reading. So if you pick the one in the middle, this will be your reading for today. So we got the self-confidence formula, also known as ITIA formula, by David Lawrence Preston in his book called 365 Days to Self-Confidence. And these will represent intention, thought, imagination, and action. So let's see your first card. This will represent your intention as to why you want to have self-confidence. What is it that you really want? We got the inner wisdom. So you're cultivating wisdom. That is wonderful. That is such a pure intention, motive, goal. It says you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Maybe you're really having self-confidence problems right now. You feel insecure, you have doubts about yourself that you can do such things, but you have this inner wisdom in you. I think you're really intelligent, or if you don't think you're really intelligent, you have all the ways. You're really resourceful. You really find ways. I can tell that you're gonna able to cultivate new knowledge by this year. Yeah, because it's really natural to you. You will really be confident once you know enough, right? Because knowledge is power, and feeling that power within yourself will really take you to a mile. okay. That's why it says that you have to take appropriate actions without delay. And without delay means without distractions, without these temptations, without these petty things. And you can do that because you're gonna be wise enough. You know, you really intend to be wiser this time with your decisions, with your path, that the life that you will make. So we got the second card. This will represent your thoughts. Are you having negative or positive thinking? What are your beliefs? Should you change the way you think? So we got the goddess Diana. It says focus intention. So it says that your thoughts should be focused. Maybe your thoughts are all over the place. It's a mess in your brain, you know, it's really scattered. Whatever it is that you're thinking, you're not organized. You see, she has this bow with her, bow and arrow. When you are focused on something, you're trying to hit that mark, whatever it is that you want. And these cards really go well hand in hand, because it says you're gonna take appropriate actions to take that something, and you're really going to be intent on getting that. Okay, it says keep on your unwavering thoughts. See, thoughts, feelings, and actions. Focus on your target and you will make your mark. So this card is just confirming that you should continue that positive thoughts that you have, you know, make it grow until that negative thoughts will fade, and unnecessary distractions will really fade away, and you will be just focused on that goal of self-confidence, you know, being really assured with yourself, loving yourself. And I think you want to have self-confidence to achieve another thing, which is really great because you can take on so many things, you can achieve so many things, not just self-confidence, you know. These two cards are really confident, you know. Athena is the goddess of wisdom, she is the warrior goddess, she is wise, and she is a protector. They both make confident decisions for people, and people look up to them. Most people admire these goddesses for their integrity, and I think you're going to give off that aura as well. So we got the third card, Goddess Ishtar. It says boundaries. So this card will represent your imagination. You know, what is it that you imagine yourself like? If you're already confident, what would it be like? So it says love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So now, present time, I think you have a hard time telling people to say no, that you go with the flow, that you don't like it to be inconvenient. You don't like to be an inconvenience to others, to other people. That's why you usually go with the flow, whatever it is that they want. But it's now time to prioritize yourself. And if you imagine yourself as that self-confident person, then I can tell that you're really in control of your decisions, that you finally have a say to what you want, you know, you feel in control. You see, you're gonna be busy, like really busy, you know, because there's focus and tension. You're gonna be busy with yourself, taking that steps to improve what you are. And I can also sense a lot of research, reading, watching, listening to something, to learn about something to achieve your goals. So we got the last card. it says White Tara. This will represent the action that you will take. You know, what will it tell you to do to finally achieve that self-confidence? So it says sensitivity. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. So this goes in line with these boundaries. You know, you are in a toxic environment, something that makes you unhappy. Like, you aren't gonna flourish at a place that you aren't willing to bloom. Maybe there's also a bad relationship right now that is really crushing your relationship, from your parents, from your boyfriend or girlfriend, from a friend, you know, a toxic friend, from a sibling, from a boss that is really crushing your self-confidence day by day. Or maybe you're addicted to something, a bad habit that you need to cut off right now because it's harming you. Maybe it's alcohol, you're partying a lot and you don't really know how to say no to your group of friends, and you should stop wasting your energy on that, because that will just crush you in the near future if you continue that unhealthy ways of living instead of choosing this, you know, really proper path to take, which is gonna give you so much victory. So yeah, that's it. Wait, let's ask for more information from the universe, even though that's already awesome. So we got last. Okay, got that. So if you got an N, T, P, U, Y, okay, S, I. So if you can see words from this that I can just take the messages in, maybe these are your initials. So we got the number 1. I think you're aiming for a top 1, a rank 1, maybe in school, maybe in your job, somewhere that has a ranking. Maybe it's board exam, or maybe departmentals, majors. You're aiming for that grade, you know, the highest grade. I think you're going to get that with the proper determination, intention, and believing in your wisdom. As long as you cultivate it. We got the, you see that? It says focus. Wow. So the universe really wants you to focus, because you're really distracted right now by so many things. You know, you're very distracted, and you need to remove that distractions that will continue to rob your attention. You got the peace. You're gonna get inner peace as well once you got that wisdom you're wanting. We got happy. See, the universe wants you to know that you're gonna be happy by the end of this, by cutting the cords, by putting boundaries. You're laughing as well. You see, I can tell that you're not genuinely happy right now, but in the near future you will be laughing your ass off, because it also says happy. So we got 2 P's. Wow, you're gonna feel really peaceful once you overcame this bad sides, you know. This is so great for you, pile 2. So yeah, that was a wonderful reading. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you again. Bye. Hello, Pile 3, Group 3. If you pick the last card, this will be your reading. So there's this self-confidence formula that I've already introduced on my first ever video. It's called the ITIA formula by David Lawrence Preston to achieve self-confidence, and these cards will represent intention, thoughts, imagination, and action, steps that are to be taken and considered to achieve self-confidence. Now, let's go and see your intention card. What are your motives? Why is it that you want to be confident? What is it that you really want? Okay, so we got the goddess Lakshmi. It says bright future. I think you really want to have a secure future. Maybe you aren't doing well now in some aspects, financially, emotionally, your mental health, or physically. You want better health, better financial position, better mental health, and things like that. You just want to be secured of whatever it is that you're going to venture in the near future, or maybe in the long run. So it says here that you need to stop worrying and everything is going to be fine. Yeah, there's a bright future ahead of you. I know it's really difficult to see positive things, especially if you're struggling with self-confidence, but always look forward to the bright future ahead of you and make sure to create that for yourself. So we got the second card. This will represent your thoughts. Are you thinking positive thoughts, negative? Do you need to change your thinking to be able to be more confident, So we got the goddess Sedna. It says infinite supply. Okay, it says you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. See, I told you on this first card, I can tell that you're lacking something. You feel that something is not enough. However, these two cards assure you that there's gonna be a bright future for you. There's an infinite supply. There's an abundance coming towards you. And it's really comforting to know that, right? Especially if we think that there's something missing, something is lacking. We got this third card that will represent your imagination, how you will act if you're already confident, things like that. So we got Amy. It says leap of faith. It says take a risk, put your heart's true desire into action. So I think in your imagination, you're really going at it, you're stronger, you're taking risks, you're freer. You see that she's like jumping towards the air, even though she fears falling. But I think she has a really headstrong mindset that makes her take that step, that courage to do something. She finally had that self-confidence to do it, and that's really beautiful. And I want you to do that. Make that true, manifest it, assure that it's not only in your imagination. And we got the last card. This will represent your action that you finally need to take to be able to get that confidence in life. Okay, we got the goddess Aphrodite. Also, oh my god, you really need to unleash your inner goddess in you, let her take over. It says awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Yeah, so do that. Take that literally. Maybe you feel that something is lacking because you're always looking at whatever you don't have. This time, I want you to look at what you have. Appreciate that. If the universe sees you making the most of what you have, your resources, it will grant you even more supply of happiness, wisdom, that can assure your bright future. Actually, things like that, dancing, doing self-care, that will already increase your self-confidence alone, because that means you're finally taking care of yourself. You're choosing positive thoughts. You know how goddesses are, right? They are beautiful, confident, taking into that character, that courageous persona. You can take risks, you can invest on things, you can give yourself a secured future by being appreciative of what you have and believing that you have it in you. Dance, exercise, go for a walk, travel, anything that can appreciate the beauty around you instead of looking at what you don't have. So let's ask for more information. Although this has been a wonderful conversation, let's ask for even more messages. It lasts. Says we have an XTVS. Okay, L. What else? We got a lot of alphabet that are in the last place. Z, V, Y, X, something like that. Okay, we got the number 7. When I see this, it reminds me of heaven. So that goes well with bright future. Okay, achieve. You're gonna achieve something by taking that leap of faith. Be cool. Chill. See, you got the anger card. Or maybe not just chill, but like be cool in a sense of having fun, instead of seeing the wrong things, the bad things. It will just make you angry, and we don't want to stress, right? So miracles happen. Yeah. Okay, what else? It says good vibes. So yeah, choose good vibes, celebrate life. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, it says here, have courage and be brave, taking that leap of faith. Follow your dreams, that bright future. Make sure that you'll get that. Hope. There's hope. We got the word instinct. You'll know when to take chances, because there's an abundant supply and a bright future for you. You don't have to worry, and then you have to trust mainly yourself, actually. So, and the universe. You need to trust that it will provide for you. Okay. So yeah, that was a wonderful reading we got there, and I hope you like that. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you for more. Bye.